So don't use the word love. Tell me, what are the 5 prongs of a 5-star relationship? Number 1 is the one that everything gets built on. What can that be? Again, you can't say love.
In fact, people have been writing in.
Yeah.
But with the question that you've asked, I think, like you said, what's the number one? I think for everybody it might be slightly different, but I think safety, security, and trust is very big. It's something that has to be there. Otherwise, that relationship is, as they say, love comes and goes. But this has no space of ever budging.
So what is everybody else saying? By the way, that is number 1. If there is safety and security, there is love. Even if the other person doesn't love you, hear me out, my lovelies. But if you feel safe and secure with them, you will feel loved by them. It is the first basis of a relationship. And while it is the first star, in itself, it is 5 stars. If you don't have safety and security in your relationship, then it's not a relationship. It's an attachment. But tell me, what do you think are the others?
Yeah. In fact, just at the beginning when you had mentioned, right, Nidhu, that, these are the things that happen when the quality of your relationship is not good. And then the pursuit of money ends up becoming the only goal. So Prasanna actually wrote in asking that, does that mean that one who strives for money or to become wealthy, his relationship will suffer?
If money is the end goal, because the fact is that money can never be the end goal. If it's your end goal, and if that's how you're living your life, you will see. It's an elusive goal. It never shows up because money is a side effect. It's a byproduct of action. Anything you think, I'm going to enter the share market, these stockbrokers are so rich, Harshad Mehta was one of the richest men in Bombay. That's it. That stock market is not working for you. You want to make money? Definitely. But you get into something because you want to make money, that money is not coming.
With everything, everyone who's written in, from the first question that you asked, what is that? And don't say love. So everyone who has, yes. So Vas says good communication, support, and understanding. Lakshmi says peace. Vinita says give and take, acceptance. Vas also says compassion. Anil says harmony between partners. Diana says mutual respect. Vas says compliments and support. Asha says space. Kulpreet says zero expectations. In fact, I'm glad she brought this up because I have a question to ask you about this, and we'll come back to it. Abba Harmonium is the name that's showing up. Compassion, support, understanding. Sanskriti says care. Shana says trust. Sangamitra says attachment. Again, trust, communication, understanding, compassion. SG says foundation, acceptance, trust, faith, inspiration. 5.
Very nice. Very nice. And because we've had this one word come up 2-3 times, I'm going to tell you what number 2 is. And number 2 is automatic to number 1. Safety, security. And number 2 is trust. Now, what does this trust mean? Trust doesn't mean that they will not cheat on you. Trust doesn't mean that your child will never make a mistake. Trust doesn't mean that that your brother will not rag you. That's not what trust is. Trust means that no matter what happens, we'll deal with it. So trust is not that the bad things will not happen, or this person can never hurt and harm me. Because remember, even because the language of love is spoken in multiple tongues, the language of hurt is also spoken in multiple tongues, right? This child saying, my mother doesn't love me, my father doesn't love me, my boyfriend, everybody loves him, right? But we are not speaking her language. So she's hurt. She's asking, you never say you love me. You didn't do this. I'm cutty with you now. So, it's therefore the understanding of what trust does in a relationship. Automatically, if there is trust, that I trust that, you know what, you and I, we got this. Are bad things going to happen? I guarantee. But remember, in a 5-star relationship, they don't last. The bad things will happen. There will be sudden expenses. Something could happen. Something could happen to your family. Something could happen to your friend's family. But you trust your friend. Trust my friend is there. She's my best friend. She's my BFF. We got this. We will go and watch Ghar Aaya, and Deepika Padukone is looking so good, but God, I'm just not feeling good about how good she is looking. I'm going to tell my friend, you know what? She didn't do a good job. And my friend is going to say, you're so right, you know, she didn't do a good job. Did you hear her shriek like that? You know, you trust that in that moment, whatever it is, you will ride it out. If there is trust like that, invariably, without a doubt, is number 3. And if you notice, I'm writing these down on my fingers. And I'm writing these down on my fingers because each finger is 1 star. And what you can do with a finger can immediately start to bring in the quality you want in your relationship. And I'm going to tell you how to use the fingers. There are 3 ways to use fingers. Hang in there. Number 3, respect. Okay, now respect is not, oh my God, they've done so much in life. Now I must just keep quiet and only listen, or I must just do exactly what they want done. That's not respect. That's tyranny. Respect is a mark of humility. What does that mean, humility? Can somebody tell me what is humility in a relationship?
I think humility in a is, you know, it's not letting your ego come, irrespective of knowing or being right. It's okay not to say it and just take a back seat. It's okay. It's absolutely fine.
Correct. Respect is the ability to eat humble pie. In any great relationship, lots of humble pie is being eaten. The relationship that I have with my son today, 4.5 stars. Not 5, 4.5 stars. Definitely 100 times better than 2 years back, which itself was better than 2 years back, because I have eaten a lot of humble pie. Not so much my son. But I have a relationship with a child who listens to me. And this is not because his father and I did such a great job of bringing him up, and he's such a great guy, and he's such a good boy, and he's so obedient. No. My son listens to me because I listen to him. And when my son says, Mom, you've just come over to meet me. What is this? What is this flurry you've got him to clean? He has a bachelor pad the first time I went over. You can imagine, right? First of all, I'm a woman. Then I'm a mother. I have a certain job profile. I have a certain KRA to fulfill. So I showed up and started putting things everywhere. I was coordinating with the house help. I was ordering flowers. I was like, and he was like, Mom. And he said a few things. And of course, I've gone again. I haven't done that. It's humble pie, especially if you're dealing with a child. Because your child is going to tell you things that are hidden, that are deeply buried, that are not going to cross your mind. Just as if you could speak without the fear of consequence, there are a lot of things you can tell your parents. So when you have the ability to listen to somebody saying this, once in a while, my son is wah, in which case I am parental, I am authoritative. This is not about the son becoming the boss. Humble pie means he has something to say, even if it's not good to hear, nice to hear, I don't want to agree with it. He's saying something important. Like, my son's an open book. My son will tell you all about his life. He'll tell everything. That's just how he is. And we have 2-hour conversations. We have 3-hour conversations. We will go for car rides. And for him, it's like, and he'll play Russian rap. And I would be like, son, 20 minutes Russian rap, 20 minutes jazz. And he's like, Russian rap is good music. You should know that this is good music. You should listen to Russian rap, even when I'm not around. Say, okay, that's not a place where you have to eat humble pie. That's where you have the conversation. Give me 1 second. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Respect, humility, eating humble pie is required because there is no listening without humility. If you don't have humility, you won't listen because I'm right. You got to listen to me. I'm going to tell you what to do. There's no humility there. When there's no humility, there's no respect. But even more crucial than listening is that you need humility for learning. You need the third star for the fifth star. When you come to the fifth star, perhaps you already know it. The fourth star. Now, the fourth star is a slightly multi-leveled star. The fourth star is common goals or common activities. There has to be something that binds you. Why? Because multiple languages of love. But if you have a common goal or you have common interests, you will speak the same language, right? If I loved listening to Russian rap, can you imagine the conversation my son and I are having? Because it's a common activity, right? It's a common goal. Let's listen to more Russian rap. That common goal, that common activity, whatever that might be, even if it is, listen, once a year, we're going to travel abroad. Now, in that time of the planning of the trip, of the planning where you're going to go, which month it's going to be, you are speaking each other's language. When we speak each other's language, we have a pampana bond. We have a connection, right? Like in our family, we get very excited about going to see some movies, like Avengers, right? We all get very excited. So, and of course, and we are Punjabis. We're loud, we're rambakshas, the house is a mess. We are speaking at the top of our voices. Dog wants to come in. Dog is also speaking at the top of his voice. It's loud. You would think that no communication is taking place, and perhaps verbally none is. But all of us are united in the Yara. 3 baje nikalna hai, पहुंचना है, पहले पॉपकॉर्न लेंगे, फिर समोसा लेंगे, फिर अपना रोल बुक करेंगे, then we will go inside. We are united in that moment. That's what you want, right? That's what, as a human being, because our program is entrainment. Entrainment means that if somebody is at a high vibration and somebody is at a low vibration, this person will start rising and this person will start coming down, so that both can be here. It's called resonance. It's a phenomenon in physics as well. And if you remember physics, like basic physics, this is what we did in tuning forks. So this resonance happens maximum when we're speaking the same language. Tell me, everybody, am I making sense to you? Are we speaking the same language? Yes? Everybody say aye.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Yes? Then you and I are connected right now. Yes?
Yes.
How wonderful does it feel? I can't see all of y'all, but I sense you. I feel you. In the back of my head, I know that my phone's there. There are things blowing up on Telegram. I love it. Right? I feel you. You feel me. This back and forth is taking place, which is what takes place in a connection. Something else takes place in attachment. I will just come to that. But the fifth thing in a 5-star relationship, which is the sum total of all of this, but hugely dependent on star number 3, is growth. Are you growing? When I say growth, now, obviously the body doesn't require any help in this direction, because the body grows anyway. And like some part of the body growing is part of also how the body changes every few decades. But growth, do you all listen to different kind of music? Are you all meeting newer kind of people? Are you all trying out new kinds of cuisine? When you speak to each other, can you see how far you've come together? And when I say this, when we speak relationship, we start thinking personal, intimate relationship, but I mean all relationships. Those people that you grew up with, your friends, your neighbors, if you stayed in the same house, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, your mother, your father, your sibling. Neelu and I have come a long way. A long way. Like we've also now almost gotten to the point where we also know how to fight with each other best.
Yeah.
That we're not falling apart, that we're not sulking, then we're weeping after that. I'm so sorry, I didn't took you for granted. So we're also coming to that understanding about how in this relationship, she can say what she wants to say, and I can say what I want to say without either of us feeling bad or saying, but you're not hearing me, but you're not understanding me. You don't say you love me. Speaking more and more the same language. And in these 5 stars, my darlings, remember,